Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, it's me. No, back here at Swamp Donkey Gardens. It's Friday, June 24th, something on the order of that. Me and the boy, we're hanging out. Security, Buds. He was just here a minute ago. Yeah, we're just hanging out. I just wanted to kind of get on here and kind of show everybody what we have going on again here. It's everything is growing spectacular. I hope everybody else's gardens are going good, and I hope everything's going good for everybody. It'll be great if if you want to shoot some pictures and put them on the Swamp Donkey page, and just show everybody what's going on with everybody's garden. So I'll show you mine, you show me yours. No, but what we got going on here, we got a little bit of trellising over here. I'll show you how I trellis my tomatoes. I don't think we need the shades anymore. We can toss them off to the side. But we got our celebrity tomatoes. They are going real well. Look at those babies. Now, these are a determinate tomato, if everybody knows. You know what? Let's just do a little talk here for a second before we get into the trellis. But here's how I do my string. You just keep it in a box. Makes it a lot easier. You just pull it out and put it up, and you got your tomato clips. Get these on Amazon. Just a little clip together. And as you can see, if you can see these other ones over here, they are trellised up. The strings, there you are. And I just got it trellised up to the this is kind of just a makeshift trellis. Nothing fancy, just 2 poles with some plumbing ends, and I just got another pole across. It's not real super sturdy. I can't hang off of it, but it doesn't have to support that much weight. It's, you know what I mean. It'll be just fine. But I mean, you could heavy duty it like these ones over here, which these are black crimson, and they're an indeterminate, so they're going to keep growing and growing and growing. So I made a big old trellis for this baby, and it's nice and sturdy, and it's, as you can see, I have everything trellised up. And as you can see on these, we've got tomatoes. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, look who had to get in the picture. Hey boy. Huh. Say hi to everybody. Hi, Mr. Boy. He's a good old garden dog. But yeah, on every one of these, there's 4 tomatoes on each, and they all have tomatoes. They're ready to go, and that's soil, taking care of the soil. That's amending everything, trying to keep the weeds down. I try to only bottom water, and if you notice, there is some leaf curl on these ones. I think it's too much moisture, too much heat. I think that's what they do when they get too much heat and they don't want to dispense the moisture. But we got a lot of rain the other day, so these really don't need anything really. They're good in fertilizing. I got them on a good fertilizer regimen. That's a good thing to do if you can, if you have the time, and if you have the time to do it. It's your plants will love you for it. I use some fish fertilizer. So, but here, back to the trellising and back to the talking. Yeah, I just got back from a friend of mine. He's a first-time gardener, and he was just wondering how he was doing. And I'm telling you what, he's doing great. And it's great to see a first-time gardener, just to look to see on how simple. If you keep it simple, it's very simple. I think, in my eyes, gardening I'm talking about. But if he was wondering how this grows and everything's growing. And he texted me the other day, and he said, can you come over and take a look at my garden? I have vegetables growing already. And I'm like, okay. that's what they're supposed to do. Just joke, joke between me and him, and we laughed, we laughed about it. But anyhow, it's just the look on the first-time gardener's face when, they're like, wow, all this stuff is growing. And he had lettuce, big heads of lettuce already, not heads, but leaf lettuce, which only takes, it's a short day lettuce. I think he only had 25 days, 35 days into it. But they're ready. They're going to have salads tonight. His spinach was all ready. Yeah, he was just amazed how things grow. I think a groundhog did get to one of his, cabbage. Yeah, it got to his cabbage. But anyhow, like I said, I like to see the look on first time or veteran gardeners. It still amazes me every time. Like these tomatoes here, they just amaze me. We got some rain the other day, and honest to God, all my tomatoes have grown at least a good 10 inches, if not 12 inches, especially these ones over here, the indeterminates there over here. But anyhow, let's get back to trellising. I get off on rants and whatnot, so let's get you in here and let you see what's going on. So I got my string here in my box. Now I'll run it up. I'll tie it around the top of the trellis here, which I'll show you in a second once I get it tied. And then I just use a slip knot. And then I got my string running down. And then you can bring that, if you want that plant moved over, I'll move the string over a little bit. Get it centered down over the plant. And now remember, this is an indeterminate tomato plant, so I don't pick my suckers and stuff off of this. I just let this go because it's only going to get so high, and it's only going to put them out a certain amount of fruit. So every sucker you take off an indeterminate or a determinate tomato plant, you're taking away from the plant because it only produces a certain amount. So an indeterminate, you want to take the suckers off because it's going to keep growing and growing and growing, and if you don't take the suckers off, you're going to have a mess at the end of the season, because it will bush up and it will turn into a jungle for sure, unmanageable jungle. So I got my tomato clip. Let's pop you down here, and I'm right down in there now. I got my main stem is, let's see if we can get you in here. Here's my main stem. You can see where my finger is. So I'll take my tomato clip and I'll pull it kind of over where we want, and I'll clip it together. And now, just to show you how that is done there, instead of going close up, if you see this little V here, that's where your string goes down through. And then that'll pinch. This will be your tomato stock. So you'll have your string running down through your little jigger. It'll pinch in between there, and it'll hold the string, and it'll hold your tomato plant, just like this. I'll bring it in, wrap it around my string where it pinches it, turn it to the, whoops, broke. Yeah, the old ones break, but I got plenty, so put a new one on there. Wrap the tomato clip around the stock, trying not to bunch anything up or getting any of the tomato nodes here, like here, up here where the finger is, where the flowers are. You don't want to kind of, you don't want to smush them. You don't want to get in the way, and that's trellised up. Then I leave a little bit of string here at the bottom, just in case I need to move them, or in case I need to move it around, or this way, that way, left, right. So I'll leave myself a little string and I'll zip it off. And that's that. That's trellised. Right there, nice and sturdy. It ain't going anywhere. That isn't going anywhere. So yeah, that's how I do my tomatoes, and I've done them, pretty much all of them, that way. Which it takes a little bit of work. Which you see all these strings are all trellised up to their own. And then we got 4th of July's here, which are another indeterminate. And if you notice, I got some leaves here on the ground, which are close to the ground. They're not touching it yet, but these ones will come off. They'll absolutely, like this is just a shade leaf and this is a shade leaf, which I cleaned all the bottoms off. I like to leave enough space, let's say up to a foot, 2 foot of space underneath your tomatoes for airflow. That's very important in my book. If you have the airflow, it keeps that ground, that soil from splashing up on your leaves, and it just keeps away disease, keeps things clean. So, but then we got a rack of peppers, hot peppers. They're a little slow. They're coming. And there's aromas, which they're also an indeterminate or determinate, so they're not going to get, they will be staked up, they won't get trellised. We got carrots, then in between where you see the little white pegs, that's all lettuce, different kinds of lettuces. I just planted them yesterday. Oh, he wants to go throw the ball. Go. He knows where to run. He doesn't run into the, usually he doesn't run into stuff. And then I just built this trellis here for these. There's orange slicers and I don't remember. Oh, super saucers on this side. But they're both indeterminate, so they're gonna keep growing. So I built this nice big double. Yeah. Ooh, look at the sunset. It's pretty cool looking. Peace. No, but yep, that's them. Look at Mr. Boy over there waiting. Hey, hey. Where's your ball? Boy. I think he's hard of hearing. Come on, man. Oh, let's go over here real quick. I don't want to make this, I don't want to take up all of your time. Green zucchinis, doing awesome. 4, 5, 6 of them. And then in the front here we have butternut squash, acorn squash, and spaghetti squash. And they're all doing, this whole bed the other day, when we got rain, we got probably 40 minutes of steady coming at you rain. This was all flooded. And I'll tell you, the next day, these things loved it. They loved it. So that shows you how heavy of feeders that they are. And when you hear, I don't know if you hear, but I hear a lot people saying, oh, they're heavy feeders, and zucchini, squash, any of that stuff is a heavy feeder. It likes a lot of water and it does like a lot of nutrients, but I would say more of the water. Like, I mean, you can just see how they're just rolling. So I was pretty happy with those. Here we got some strawberry plants in here and some tomato plants, and in the back is a sunflower, which are going pretty good too. The sunflowers I just planted these a couple weeks ago. It's going to be a mammoth. And we got some grapes. This are fruit salad. And we have, this is going to town too. These are all zucchinis. And just planted the other day. Cucumbers. And here's another trellis system I built, in which I'm trying to do the kind of the A-frame, I guess. See how the strings are, like this side goes that way, this side goes that way. But once they start to get bigger, I can move them around, and you know what I mean. I can play with them with them trellis, because you can, wherever that string goes, that's where you can point them in the right direction. And we got, yeah, look at those fellas. They're mammoths, and this one's getting big. I can't wait till this one pops. This one's pretty cool looking. I think it's going to be a pretty cool looking flower. It's supposed to be a midnight crimson or something. And all my peppers they're going slow, but they're coming. And we got a lot of them. So these are all sweet peppers. And then this here behind me is, there's some they're all hot peppers. There's some hot cherries. There's some ghost peppers. There's quite a few. but they're doing well. And they don't need staked up or anything like that. Let's take you out here real quick, out to our little, I don't know what you'd call this thing. I don't know. Check it out. What's up, pal? That's our little kind of centerpiece. She got it pretty looking pretty nice. We got some, I don't remember what these are, like Dr. Seuss flowers, which they already bloomed. They were pretty cool. They were like purple. All these little bean looking things they were all purple. They were pretty cool. I can't remember what they're called though. Then we got sunflowers in the back, which are all doing pretty good. They're going to need staked up at some point. All different kinds. Which that looks pretty, I like that little centerpiece there. Or not centerpiece. I think we're going to turn it into a sign at one point. So let's real quick go up here and check this. Ooh, dove. We got some flowers planted in these outside beds. We got a lot more tomatoes, which they're all doing great. Which some of them are going to need staked up, some of them are going to need trellised, which I think I'm going to have some. I'll have to get back on that. That's a project in hand. And then the row of sunflowers there, they're doing pretty well. And again, the peppers are there. They're just not. They're not getting real big yet. So sometimes they take a while to get acclimated, you know. Which I got some pretty good fertilizer to those. There's all sorts of beans. There's yellow beans on this side, and I think regular green beans on this side, which are doing really well. Which I didn't use black plastic on those. I just planted them regular. So, but I do have to watch. Somebody likes to drive through everything here. Where is it? Right there. Make sure you stay on your allotted path, mister. All beets. Hey, look at the camera and say, hey, camera shy. Don't go in the beets. Go. Anyhow, the beets are doing good there. They're coming up. We had a beheading the other day. I was trimming some suckers off. Oops. Right off. So, but I trimmed all the suckers off to there, and then I broke this off. So now I don't know what, but we do have, these are all 4th of July. No, these are all super sweet one, or they're cherry tomatoes, which we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them in there. But they're starting to come up. They got little cherry tomatoes on there. There's one there, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, these are supposed to be really good. I guess I don't eat tomatoes, so I don't know. And our pack of onions. And look at our kohlrabies. We got little kohlrabies in there. Look at that. And there's a lot of them in there. There's one, like this one in here. I don't know if you can see it. That one right there is almost ready. I would say it's probably about that big. That's probably, yeah, half my fist. So, but there's a lot of tall kohlrabi in there. And then in the back there, but you kind of can't tell the difference. They're just a little bit taller. That's all broccoli. That'll be coming up pretty soon. Let's go over and take a look at it. But yeah, it's all heading up. When these leaves get real tight like that, you can tell that's when it's going to start. It's going to start heading. And like I said, you can see the kohlrabi down there. But yeah, that's about the gist of it. Oh, we got a couple things in here. We might as well take a look at my mess. That's spinach, tomatoes, lettuce. That one's going to be cleared out here pretty shortly. There's going to be new stuff planted in there. And we got basil, lots of basil still. I planted a bunch of basil outside too. And then on this side here is, and now this is funny. If you notice, these leaves look like that. Now these are the same, supposed to be the same kind of tomato, but look at these leaves. They are a lot different. These are a potato leaf tomato, and I want to say they're an heirloom. I don't know yet though. I'm yet to find out, because they're definitely not San Margeros. Maybe they are. I don't know. We'll find out. So, but this is a San Margero, San Marzano, whatever it is. That one back there is struggling. I don't know what that is. There's another one, and there's another one, and then the rest are super saucers, and then there's our cabbage in between, which are doing real well too. You know, two up at the end. I've seen a cabbage looper butterfly in here I took out the other day. Get out. That's all we need is worms in our cabbage. Our lettuce is rolling well, and all this is gonna get trimmed down and dried. This is oregano, and our strawberries are doing good. She comes down every day and picks strawberries out of this little patch here, which you can see there. This is the mother strawberry plant that we have. Another strawberry. But yeah, all those strawberries that you seen out there came from old mama. So, but yeah, I was taking the other greenhouse, but we're kind of in transition of planting, and it's kind of a mess in there, so we'll just leave that to be. And I did plant some porch tomatoes, which I think 2 of them go over to my mom's, and then the rest, I think there's another one out here. So, but anyhow, that's what we got going on here. Oh nope, one more thing, and this is pretty handy. I just bought the other day. That's a hose timer. You just set it and forget it. So when I water, I set for 30 minutes, sometimes 35, and I don't even have to come out and turn it off. But look at our potatoes. They're rolling. We're gonna have potatoes. And I think if you remember from the last video, I just planted these ones, but look at, they're all coming up. All 3 buckets there. And these buckets are a little behind, but they're in there. There's a couple right there, a couple right there. Bud's throwing up over the hill. There's some big ones, but they're all coming too. They're a little behind, but that's the only way I grow potatoes anymore, is right there. So, but I hope you learned something, and I hope, like I said, I hope you go through and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you'll be let known that when I post a video, since I'm pretty sporadic about it. We got some roses, peonies, and this tree right here. Oh my God, does it smell good? It smells like, I don't even know. Let's look at this little gem in the yard. Yeah, I know you have to be between me and everything. Powder. But yeah, this thing smells. Oh, it smells like you could just eat it. So, but with that, we've been on for almost 25 minutes. So, but I hope everybody enjoys gardening as much as I do, because it's my peace. It's my little sanctuary right here on 1341 Rosie Road. And I know a couple weeks ago I was excited about the greenhouse. I haven't got it here yet. I do own it, and it will be down here sometime, but just not quite yet. So, well, we got a lot going on here at Swamp Donkey Gardens, and like I said, I hope everybody enjoys gardening, and like I said, I went over to his house today, and it's just exciting. So, but I hope everybody has a great day, and it's been 25 minutes for me. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, so you're notified that when I come on. Like I said, I'm a little sporadic, so, but it was great seeing everybody. Comment if you have any questions, feel free. I like to answer questions. Don't be afraid. That's how you learn. Questions are a good thing. So here, June 24th, beautiful day out, Swamp Donkey Gardens. See you guys later.